Hello, I'm Jadira. I'm going to be the student physical therapist. So before I get started, I'm going to wash my hands. Okay, so today we're going to be doing bed mobility, transfers, and some gait training. So I see that my patient doesn't have any lines connected to her. I have the bed rails up on both sides, and the bed is also locked into place. So I'm going to go ahead and have you check to make sure your gown is pulled down. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull this sheet down and move it out of the way. Alrighty, and my patient has some low back trauma, so I'm just going to keep that in mind as we do these techniques. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do some scooting up and down the bed. So I'm going to have you bend your knees, and then you're just going to show me how you scoot down the bed, okay? All right, go ahead. Okay. Okay, that's good. And so I just helped her lift her hips up a little bit so she wouldn't be putting too much pressure on her back. And now we're just going to scoot back up. All right, go ahead. Alrighty, so once again, just helping her lift her hips up to remove any extra pressure on her back. So for both of those, that would be mid-assist because she was doing most of the motion. So now I'm going to have you scoot towards me. So I'm going to have you lead with your hips and then follow with the rest of your body. So go ahead and show me how you would do that. Okay. All right, and so for this one, I just helped bring her hip over. I didn't want her to put any extra pressure on her back as she was leading with that hip. So now I'm gonna let the bed rail up and go to the other side. And I'm just going to have you scoop towards me on this side. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so once again, just helping her guide her hips. So I would say that was 50% or mod assist because I was helping actually move those hips over so she could move the rest of her body over. So what we're going to do now is some rolling. So I don't want you to have to twist your back as you roll. So I'm going to have you put this leg down, and I'm going to have you push off with this leg, and I'm going to pull your upper body over to me, okay? So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that would be max assist because I helped her with most of the movement. She only pushed off with her leg, but I had to pull the rest of her body over. So I'm gonna let you back down. Let this bed roll up. Go to the other side. Let this bed roll down. And so just to make sure you're not putting too much pressure on your back, I'm going to do a full dependent roll. I'm gonna roll you myself, okay? So what I'm gonna have you do is cross your legs and cross your arms, and I'm going to grab the sheet and I'm going to roll you, okay? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you're rolled to me. And so now what I'm going to do is have you go from this laying down position to sitting up. So you're gonna push down, push off with this arm, and I'm just gonna help your legs, okay? Alrighty, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, push off. All right, I'm guarding the patient. I need to put her shoes on. So I'm gonna guard her legs while I put on her shoes. Okay, and her sitting balance is normal. So now what I'm going to do is lower the bed, okay? Okay, her feet are on the floor. And so what I'm gonna do now is put on the gait belt so we can start doing transfers. So go ahead and lift up your arms. And it's gonna be a little snug. I just wanna make sure you're safe. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to scoot your body down towards the edge of the bed. Then I have the wheelchair set up at a 45-degree angle. It's already locked into place, and you're gonna scoot into the wheelchair, okay? All right, go ahead and start scooting. All right, put one hand in and scoot it. Okay, so the patient is in the wheelchair. That was just contact guard assist. She was able to do the motion by herself. Going to let the arm roll down. Then I'm going to unlock the wheelchair. I'm just going to move her over so she can get to the walker. So my patient is full weight bearing, but we are going to do some walker practice so that she won't be putting too much stress on her back. So I'm going to lock the wheelchair again. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do is push off of these arm rails. You're going to stand up and then you're going to put your hand on the walker, okay? All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty, so could you scoot in a little bit? Okay, so, and relax your arms by the side. So her arms, the crease is, the armchair walker is right at the crease of her wrist, so she's okay. And so we're just gonna do a little bit of walking, okay? So what I'm gonna have you do is bring the walker forward, then you'll bring your left leg forward, and then your right leg forward, okay? Walker, left leg, right leg, walker, left leg, right leg. Okay, nice. So now what I'm gonna do is show you how you would back up in the walker. So you're gonna bring your right leg back, then your left leg, then the walker, right leg back, left leg, then the walker. Okay, so I'm gonna come and stand in front of you. You can leave the walker. All right, and we're just gonna get back into the bed. So I'm gonna shimmy back, and we're gonna do a little bit of turning. All right, and so now we're going to sit back down, look back behind you, make sure you see it, bring your arm back, and then just slowly lower yourself. All right, let me take this gait belt off and your shoes. Guarding your legs still. Okay, and so what we're gonna do, you're going to grab onto the bed and pull your body down, and I'm gonna help lift your legs up, okay? All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna roll you back over. You can relax your legs. And for that gait, it was a 3-point gait pattern. She led with the device and then followed with one leg and then the other. And she's all good to go. Make sure you have your call button in case you would need anything, and have a great day.